basically.
If you started right here, you got on my head?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Record.
Ben?
Oh, we're recording. Hey guys, we're talking about color. I want to teach you color. Color's super amazing. Everybody loves color. Everything's boring without color. So, let's talk about color. Let's get started. Oh, I can see me in there. So today we're going to start talking about complementary colors to skin tone. Okay, here you see I have the color wheel. We're going to start with yellow. To conceal yellow, the complementary color is purple. And what you want to do with a makeup application is to make sure that you start with a blank canvas. So you're going to assess the face, see what underlying tone they have, and then you're going to use the complementary color, which is directly across the color wheel, to conceal. Now what we're wanting to do here is to apply the purple concealer to where it was yellow, and in turn we want that to just disappear. Now we're going to move over to the green side. Okay, in doing makeup, I understand you're not naturally going to see anybody with the blue pigment here. What we're doing is the primary colors. Now, because we don't have blue pigmented people, you will see people with green skin. These are Asian people with green undertones. So, in order to conceal this color, across from green is red. Now, I don't have red as a concealer color, but I do have the purple, which is still in the same tones that will work here. So we're just applying this out. Again, we're wanting to get a blank canvas. We want to completely cover up all of those underlying pigments here. As you can see, we have clear skin. Now we're going to move to red. Now you'll see here on the color wheel, directly across from red is green. So the complementary color to conceal here, to get rid of the red, is green. Now I know you're thinking green, that's crazy, but trust me, in order to get rid of this color, you want to conceal green. Now this is going to be the #1 underlying skin color that you're going to see in doing makeup. People tend to be really red around the cheeks and their nose, or if they have an underlying skin condition, I see that often. It's called rosacea. So green is what's going to be the color to completely get rid of the red. Okay, now we're going to move on to matching my skin. So this first color here is a little bit too light. This is not going to work. So I'm just going to move around. We're going to try this one. I think it's probably a little too yellow. It's close. We'll come back to that one. So now we're going to conceal. This one has a little bit more cool tones. Yep, that one's perfect. Now what you want when matching your skin is for it to disappear as well. So now that I've found my skin tone, and I used it on my chin there, that was just an open spot that I haven't concealed. You want to go over the spots where you had corrective color to fix. Now you can see here, once I went over it, that white overcast that it gave it is now gone. Now, sometimes when you have corrective color and you're going in and you're concealing these things, you get a blank canvas, which is what we want, but sometimes it's literally just that, it's white. So we do not want it to be white. So I'm just going over these 3 areas and just matching it up with the concealer that we found that matched my skin. Now here I am again, just going over where we had that red with a concealer, and you can just, you can literally see it on the screen. Everything is becoming a blank canvas. Now, I know this sounds like a lot before you start your foundation routine, but this is a color video. I wanted to talk about color. I wanted for you guys to be excited about color, and I wanted to tell you all the different ways that color pertains just in general into everything that I do. Color is very important in makeup. Yeah, do you have to conceal those colors before? No. Will you be able to see it? Absolutely. If you are doing wedding events, anywhere that cameras are going to be flashing, anytime you have any green pigments, if you do not fix those, it will show up. So now I'm going to go in with just my everyday foundation routine. So I've put a couple of pumps here on my sponge, and I'm just going to make a cross across my face and then start blending that out. Now this is going to be an everyday foundation routine, I'm going to do a little bit of contouring. You want to make sure here on the chin, when you're blending out this foundation, come down just a little bit past the jawline. If your foundation matches correctly, then you shouldn't have any discoloration here, but just in case, make sure that you blend it down your neck. Especially make sure that you blend it in really good around your hairline. And then I just like to go over with a brush with setting powder. This also gives you more of an airbrushed matte look with your foundation. If you have oily skin, you definitely want to do this part. So now that we have that foundation on, we're going to start with just a little bit of contouring. Okay, so here I have found that this method works very well for all face types. What you want to do is make sure to start where the little hairs grow beside your sideburn, and in your mind draw an imaginary line to the corner of your mouth. Now the first place you want to start applying is furthest back. You're creating depth here in a contour, so that's where we want it darkest. Then we're just going to drag that powder to the corner of the mouth, making a gradient effect. Okay, now I'm not reapplying, I'm just cleaning off this powder from my brush, and then I'm just going to go in right here on the side of my temples and just kind of blend that out. Kind of like the little C shapes, the little space in between there. Now remember, there's no extra product here. It's just what was left on my brush. To create the perfect face, you're trying to create oval. Now, you can assess your own face, decide what face shape that you have. What can you do in contouring to create an oval? Now, I'm a little bit more broad on my cheekbones. In contouring, you make a 3. Up the side of your temple, down your cheek, and then down your jawline. This is just a good little thing to remember. Now, okay, here we're going to get into a little bit more specialty contouring right here. As you can see, I have the fat, and we can get rid of that with makeup. We're going to go in with a little powder and darken just along the chin to make my face appear oval. Okay, now we're going to get rid of the slanted brush. I'm going to move on to a more round brush. We're going to apply blush. Now, I like to apply blush right after my contour because odds are my hands are going to be all over my face, touching my eyeshadow, and some of that's going to be pulled off, which is okay. That's what we want. Unless you like really heavy blush, then go for it. So now I'm going to go in with the Shade Light contour palette from Kat Von D with the highlighter. Now in highlighting, you want to do the highest points of your face, your forehead, your cheekbones, underneath on your chin. And I like to go back in with just a little bit of extra powder under where we did the dark contour, just to kind of make that seem more visible. So now I want to remind you guys, this is an everyday contour. This is not something that I would do for a special occasion, if I was having pictures made or wanted to be more dramatic. This is just my quick contour, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned corrective color at least. Don't forget to like my page, subscribe, don't forget to comment. Any looks that you guys want to see, let me know. Thanks.